So today we're going to prune this flowering cherry tree. Even though it's late fall, we've got some mild temperatures. It'll be perfectly fine, and we're going to prune it for branch structure and to kind of open up the canopy to get some better airflow. Hey everybody, Sean and Allison here from Spoken Garden. Today we're going to talk to you about late fall tree pruning tips.
Yeah, but before we get to all that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on every daily video.
So guys, here we are, we're outside, we're in our front yard. Here's our flowering cherry tree. Now you can see this tree's a little bit older. It's seen some years on it. It's seen some really hard pruning. It's got a massive growth pretty much throughout the whole canopy of the tree. And one thing you want to think about when you're looking at a tree and looking to prune it is how dense is that inner part of the canopy of the tree? Is air flowing? Are things growing into each other? You know, what's going to happen the next spring when all the buds break and it starts leafing out? Is it going to be even more dense? And so one thing you want to look at, there's a lot of different reasons to prune any tree or any plant out there, but one reason to prune a tree or plant is to get it to be healthier, to prune for its health. And that includes airflow, that includes actual branch structuring, and making sure to guide the tree's growth in a specific direction so it can remain healthy into the coming years. So today we're going to prune this flowering cherry tree. Even though it's late fall, we've got some mild temperatures. It'll be perfectly fine, and we're going to prune it for branch structure and to kind of open up the canopy to get some better airflow, especially for next spring when the flowers bloom, when it breaks its buds and starts leafing out. This will really put it ahead of the curve to be really healthy and to prosper into the summer and next year. So guys, a few things you're going to need before you start pruning is your gloves, right? You're going to need gloves. You want to protect your hands, maybe keep them warm during this time of year. So a good set of leather gloves are good for that. You're going to want your pruning tools. I'm going to do all this by hand today, and I'm going to use a combination of my hand shears, which I got right here, and I'm also going to use our loppers and handsaw. Oh, and by the way, we use a lot of Corona tools. We love them. They're great. They're just really well built, and they're great for doing this type of work. So we'll have the links down below if you want to check those out too. So let's get to it. So guys, first thing you want to do is you want to get into the canopy of your tree. You want to look at the structure underneath. You want to look at some of these branches. I mean, I can tell you right now, here's a branch right here. It's coming from this larger branch. It's going straight across, growing over this branch with another branch growing on top of it. And there's some tension here. You know, these branches are rubbing. It's just not going to be a good thing with all this dense growth right here, especially next year when all the leaves and flowers start coming out. So over the last couple of years, we've noticed that this tree has had a lot of aphid activity. It gets inundated in mid to late summer with aphids. And one of the reasons it's probably doing that, that's probably happening, is because of all this dense growth. There's not a lot of airflow through here. The tree gets stressed easily because of this dense growth. And also predators of the aphids like ladybugs and other insects can't find the aphids because it's so dense in here. It's just hard to find their food source. So we're going to open this up. We're going to prune a little bit of this out. And how I prune usually on these trees like this is I do a thinning cut. And basically it's taking a branch like this one, following it all the way back to its point of attachment, and then cutting it there. And then that way I just remove that whole branch and that whole dense piece of growth. And I just continually go through and thin out the tree's canopy. It works pretty well. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to take my loppers. I'm going to find this point of attachment just past where its growth is at, and I'm just going to cut it. There you go. Now, be careful when you're pruning. Try not to prune over yourself, directly over yourself. Prune out away so whatever you cut doesn't come down and hit you. Sometimes we have to relearn those lessons. So this one right here, I think I might take, well, maybe I'll leave that one alone, but maybe I'll do this one right here because it's growing way out over these other branches here. So there's that. Nice. Okay. Now we've got some new growth here. So guys, I want to apologize for all the loud noise going on right now. Road crews over here, they're either working on the power lines or they've got a vac truck cleaning out the catch basins along the street. So that's where that noise is coming from. So sorry about that. Let's continue here though. So we've got a lot of dense growth here. I'm not really liking this branch going across through the canopy over to here. It's a big one though, but we can't have that. It's either we take this out or we take this out. This is a lot bigger. It's going to be a bigger cut. I'd rather take out a smaller cut so it'll heal faster. And so let's do that. I'm going to take the weight off of this branch though, because there's a lot to it. So I'm gonna do that first. You know, if you guys wanna know more about pruning, because there's a lot to know actually about it, the safety of it, taking weight off branches, that type of thing, and the different reasons to prune, we're gonna have a course coming up here probably in January, and it's gonna be all about getting your plants, trees and shrubs, ready for the spring by pruning it in late winter. And so we're gonna go over a lot of these techniques, a lot of the things I'm talking to you about here. We're gonna go into those in a lot more detail. So if you wanna check that out, we'll have a link down below a little bit later to get signed up and to reserve your spot for that course. So just FYI. So guys, saying all that, you already know what my strategy is. I'm just gonna get into it and go. So guys, that's about all we're gonna take out of this tree. We really opened up the canopy. It's looking a lot better. We've got it ready for this coming spring. It's gonna be beautiful.
Oh, this tree is so beautiful, you guys. It's so old as well.
It is.
We're kind of debating about this branch right here. Sean wanted to take it off and I kind of talked him out of it because I love the shape of it. And it is still actually alive, but we'll see.
It's got some growing points at the end there.
Like way at the end.
Yep, some new growth, some buds developed there for next year. So it'll be beautiful.
So we're kind of, I think we've decided to leave it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So guys, leave us any comments or questions down below. We love hearing from you guys. Give us that thumbs up, let us know we're doing a good job, and subscribe to our channel so you get updates on our latest videos.
We'll be back tomorrow, you guys, with our Friday plant chat. We're gonna wrap things up. It's getting kind of noisy out here, so we hope you come on by to see which plant we're highlighting.
Yep, and guys, don't forget, we have our winter pruning webinar, free webinar, tonight also at 4 p.m. We're gonna be live. The webinar itself is going to be pre-recorded. So we'll be there to answer any questions in the live chat area. And so come on and join us. You can sign up and reserve your spot at spokengarden.com/winter pruning webinar. And then you'll get an email with the link to the unlisted video. We hope to see you there.
We hope to see you there. It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay guys, see you tomorrow.
Bye everybody.
Bye-bye.